What an absolute banger. Bangers! Hey, 65 months. Thank you for the resub. Let's go. Okay, hey! Hello! Hi, 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 hey, 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 hey. How the heck are you guys doing? Hello, thank you for the resub. Oh, I forgot to get this. Hi, girl. How you doing? You go there. You go there. You go here. Go on. You can't go that way? Hi, Tofu. Hi, everyone. How's it going? Lovely to see you guys here. Thank you for the resub. Hi. Hi, 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 hi. Hope everybody watched my new snack video today. Hey now, new snack video if you guys didn't know. Five course meal. It was quite fun. Quite a fun time, not gonna lie to you. I went with Combat Baby yesterday. It was a Taiwanese street food edition. My first time on a lot of stuff. So it was quite fun. Do I, you know, fuck up some pronunciation as well? Yeah, maybe, yeah. Sure. But I went outside. I went outside and I you know, risked it for the biscuit, if you will. What did you guys do yesterday? Hope, am I salt? Because you're sodium fine. Thank you. Thank you for that one. How's everybody doing? What did you guys do yesterday? Did anybody go out? We are currently super snowed in right now, again, in Canada. It has been the worst winter literally ever. And apparently West Coast has been having like the most mildest winter. I've been talking to some of my friends who live in BC and they're like, oh yeah, it hasn't even gotten to freezing like one time. I'm like, well, can't say the same for here. I definitely have been shoveling like a madman, but listen, you know, type shit. Like we're getting there. We're gonna get there. Looking all fantastic. Thank you so much. The plan for today. Oh my God, this is still playing. Oops. The plan for today, Final Fantasy. I've been having so much fun with Final Fantasy. I did not expect to have this much of a good time. I don't know. I just thought that people liked it because it was like a nostalgia factor thing. I didn't know it was actually like super sick. I thought it was one of those things that like, oh, if you played it in grade 5, then it was really good. But then now you play it as an adult and you're like, it's okay, I guess. No, the writing is so hilarious. I love it. I don't know if it's funny because a lot of the stuff is like, maybe it's not translated properly. I don't know. Maybe it's like a mistranslation. It's been crazy. Hi, I'm new here. Hey, time to invest in a snowblower. Got one already, but it's so bad. It doesn't matter. I still have to shovel anyways. Feels terrible. And some of our neighbors, the Ned Flanders neighbor, he like does the sidewalk sometimes. So does the other neighbor. So today I had to shovel the sidewalk. It was up to my knees in snow. Oh. My hair looks like Rogue from X-Men. Thanks, don't touch me. Oh, you might die. Oh, and take this in. Guys, I've been reading Queen. I read a 600-page book in 4 days. Come on, that's kind of impressive. I've already read 2 books this year, 2026. 2 books. So I think I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, I'm reading that King Midas retell. I'm on the 3rd book. Like I just finished the 3rd book today. Holy shit, things are going crazy. I didn't think that I loved fantasy as like a genre because I feel like other fantasies that I've read is like only smut. And okay, I don't mind. I don't mind reading smut. Okay, I'm just putting this cream on my hands while I'm talking about smut. Okay, I'm just putting this cream on these 2 fingers while I am talking about smut at the same time. For no reason, it is just a coincidence, okay? So, I mean, the other books that I've read that have been, like, fantasy have been romantasy. And I'm not saying that this isn't romance. There's definitely, like, some smutty things that happen. But it's not like the whole story. Like, I feel like a lot of the other romance fantasy books that I've read have just been kind of like, oh, they're just banging, they're banging, they're banging. And like, the plot is kind of the backstory. It's kind of like, not the main plot. The main plot is like the banging and like the actual things that are supposed to be happening in the world and stuff is like side. It's like side quest. So that's why I was kind of like, oh, maybe like fantasy is just not my jam. I don't know. But this one has, okay, this one has less smut things happening and I feel like it's stronger in the story. So that's why I just finished the 3rd book today and like shit went down, shit went crazy. It was like kind of getting like Game of Thronesy, which I quite like because I didn't know if like the intensity of like a Game of Thrones style thing would translate to book for me. Like I know obviously Game of Thrones is like based on a book, whatever, but like I tried to reread Game of Thrones from like book 1 and I just can't go back. I can't go back. I cannot go back to like, oh, we're 5 and we're like finding the dire wolves again. So much stuff has happened. I just can't go back. And I hate to say this, but the guy's gonna die. He's not gonna write the fucking books. So I don't want to get invested in like a good series and then it just, you know, cliffhanger for the rest of all time. Do you know what I mean? Main quest should always be the main quest. No, see, I read 2 books. It was like a trilogy. It was the demon books. And at first I was like, oh, these are pretty good. But then the second book in it was like retelling of the first book, but from like a different person's perspective, but it was all basically the same events. And I'm like, okay, I don't even care to read the 3rd book. Like the first 2 books were okay. The first book was good. The second book was like, meh. And then I just didn't even bother. Cause I'm like, like what is the point of reading any more of this? I just don't care anymore, right? That's lame. That's what I'm saying. So this one, this like King Midas series, I'm like amped on it. I can't believe I read like 600 pages in 4 days. Anyways, yeah, okay, so it was so interesting because the first book was like not that great. Okay, the first book kind of took me maybe like 2 months to get through because I was like, fuck. I'm just kind of reading it casually, you know, a few pages here, a few pages there. Like I wasn't really committed, you know what I mean? Like, you know when you get a good series and you're like, hell yeah, I really resonate with the characters like instantly? Like the zombie book, okay? The zombie book, the first one was okay as well, but the writing was quite self-published, okay? If that makes sense to you guys. Like it was kind of, like there was a lot of repetition and stuff. It just wasn't that great. But the characters, I was like, okay, cool. So similar with this King Midas one, the characters, I was like, ugh, like I kind of care about them, so I'll buy the second one and I'll see if it's good. And then if the second one's good, I'll continue because there's like 6 books in the series and they just like, as sequentially, they get bigger and bigger and bigger in pages, right? So I'm like, fuck. The second one is still not too long, so we'll see. If that one's good, then I'll get the 3rd one. And then I think Bucky sent me the 3rd and 4th one for Christmas because I put it on my wish list because after the second one, shit started going crazy. But it's similar to like the Bone Temple thing that I was telling you guys about. Like 28 years later, garbage, rotting garbage, sucked, boo, boo, that was me, like tomatoes, right? Sucked. But then 28 years later, Bone Temple was really good. And I was like, okay, like it makes kind of sense why the first one sucked a bit. But still, I feel like, you know, sometimes with these setup novels or these setup movies, I feel like it could just be a little bit more concise. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have to be so long where you like drag things out. Like that Bone Temple, the 28 years later, the first one, I feel like that just could have been summarized in like half an hour. I don't think that needed to be an hour and a half or whatever it was, right? Like, I think we get the general idea after half an hour. Yeah, I love when a book series is so good that the pages, yeah. And like, typically I only read Frida, right? Because I got really into like suspensey thriller or whatever she is, right? But she's very much so, like not a lot of characters, very easy to read, page turner. Pretty much every chapter ends on some sort of like cliffhanger. So you're like, fuck, I can't like stop reading now. Like, oh, I went and then I was face to face with the murderer. Chapter ends. And you're like, I can't just stop when you're face to face with the murderer, man. Like, come on, right? So I got really into that, but she only does a lot of like one-offs. Like, okay, whatever. I read the Housemaid series, but I read that, you know, they're such easy reads that you can read it in like only a few days. Thanks, Rodman. Hi, Oxy. That's the worst place to be. In front of the murderer. No, but like, you know, you're reading it and you're like, holy shit, I can't just stop now, right? So that's the kind of books that I like, but a lot of them have only been solo books. And I told you guys before, I was trying to like expand my roster and go outside of my comfort zone with certain topics and different genres and whatever, right? And I tried different writers, and like you know, Stephen King. I was like, holy shit, apparently Stephen King is supposed to be so good, blah, 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 blah. I read like the synopsis of the book, seemed like it was gonna be a really good book, and then it was so bad! It was so bad, and I hated the writing. I hated the writing. It was so shitty, and it was so much like repetition. Nothing happened, and remember I told you guys this? I told you I read The Longest Walk, and like all they do is walk. Let me tell you in one sentence about that book, all they do is walk. And you would think like, oh, okay, this book, okay, the synopsis of the book, the reason that I wanted to read it so badly for The Longest Walk was because I saw that they were gonna make it into a movie and I saw the trailer, and the trailer looked super good, like Hunger Games style. Hunger Games being like very high stakes, murder, dystopian world, relationships between people are really crazy, betrayal, breaking away, fighting for freedoms, etc., right? I thought it was gonna be like that. No, they just walk. They just walk the whole time. What do you mean? The movie sucks on the long book. The book sucked as well. They just walk. Like, you would think, okay, if you guys don't know what it is, here's like a condensed version without telling you spoilers, okay? Basically, it's like a dystopian world, and these soldiers are like walking these boys who, they're like 16, like 15 to 18 or something, and they sign up by themselves. And if you win this competition, then you get one thing, whatever you ask for, you get it. So if you're like, I want 100 bitches to like bang me every day, they'd be like, okay, here you go. And they just grant whatever your like wishes, right? However, the competition is the longest walk. So you have to keep walking until everybody else is dead. Okay, that's the competition. And then you can't go under a certain speed of like walking, right? Like miles per hour. And if you do, you get 3 warnings, and there's soldiers that like follow them in this truck thingy. And if you go under it, like under the miles per hour, then they shoot you, right? That seems like a good concept. You would think like, oh, there's gonna be a revolt, or like it's gonna go crazy. The other problem with that book was like, they were talking about, oh my God, it's so dystopian. It's a dystopian world. They don't tell you why. They literally don't. They're just like, it's so crazy dystopian here. Everyone's watching them do this walk thingy. Crazy, huh? And you're like, yeah, like why? Why is it dystopian? Don't worry. He's not gonna tell you, but he will tell you about that blade of grass over to the left. He'll talk about that for 3 pages straight. I don't care. I do not care. Why are you telling me about this? How did he become a dystopian world? No, he doesn't tell you. At one point, there's like mention of some person's parents get taken by like these dystopian soldiers. Okay, not in the walk competition. The guy's parents just get stolen. Okay, this is actually very manga-esque considering like, you know, current day. So they just get taken, and then nobody tells you what happens after that. Like, why are the people getting taken? I don't know. Doesn't matter. But that blade of grass, crazy. Yes, the parents get stolen, and it never tells you why. It literally never tells you why. It never explains why anything's dystopian. Doesn't explain anything else. Like, the things that I cared about, I feel like was no description at all. But then you know, oh my God, the sky was so blue, and there was like 17 clouds. Each cloud was a different shape, and blah, 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 blah. And then I feel like, okay, when I read the comments on Goodreads, they're like, oh, I love the world building. What world building? What do you mean the world? There was no world building. You just talked about a grass the entire time. Sucked. It was so bad. So yeah, anyways, I've heard that not all of Stephen King's books are like that, but it was just so, it was not good. It was not good. And my expectation was very, very, very high. Like, incredibly high. Because, you know, he's like some world-renowned writer. So I assumed that, you know, the popularity of it and whatever else he's written, apparently I was expecting him to be life-alteringly good. Yeah, so that sucked. So anyways, back to this King Midas thing. So yeah, I've been trying to like expand my genres. I told you guys I tried to read that book about football. It was like a murder mystery, but it was surrounded around football. Holy crap, that one sucked as well. So I have like very low standards now. Because on Goodreads, okay, I never try to read anything that's below a 3. Okay? Sorry, below a 4. If it's like a high 3.9, fine, I'll like let it slide. But like if it's 3.8 and under, no. And all of these books that I thought were really shit were like 4.2. So I'm like, who is reading these and like upvoting these? But have you guys heard that, okay, what's the guy's name? I forget what the guy's name is, but on all of these like game rating sites, people are trying to upvote, what is it, like Caleb's House or Caleb in the House or something? It's like some DS game where it's become some meme and people are trying to vote it as like the best game of all time. Because Expedition 33 is like the best game right now. So they're trying to like beat that with this stupid Caleb in the House or whatever. It's Corey in the House, yeah. Corey in the House. I don't know what that is. I never watched that before. I don't think I had that. Maybe that was a Disney Channel thing. But yeah, Corey in the House. Yes, Corey in the House. They're trying to get this. So now it's at second place. And it's got like 93% or something. So it's rated like a really good game. It's this random DS Corey in the House game. Yeah, it was a Disney Channel show? Yeah, I didn't have Disney Channel. I know. I was forced to go outside. Crazy. Crazy work. So yeah, anyways, people are mad that like this Expedition Claire Obscure or whatever it's called is #1. So they want Corey in the House. And it's like not even a good one. That's what I mean. Like I heard of what's that one with the twins? Drake and Josh? Is that the twins one? Or what's that twins one? Is it not Drake and Josh? Where it's like the kids who are in what's that? And like one's friends with with Rich Campbell. One of the guys is friends with, that's Nickelodeon? Oh, I didn't have that either. No, not Mary Kate and Ashley. No, they were guys. They were guys and it's like Drake and Josh or something. Or like what the guys that were from Riverdale. It's like the guy who was in Riverdale. What the heck's that guy's name? And they're twins. You guys know what I'm talking. Drake and Josh was a show. Yes. No, you guys know what the one that I'm talking about. It's like those twin guys. What is the show with the twins that was Disney? No, male. They were like male twins. Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Yes, that. Is that not Disney? Yeah, never seen that either. I never saw that. Missed that one as well. I didn't see that. I missed out on so many like key shows that all you guys watched and were like, holy shit, these are the best shows ever. Oh my god, my whole childhood, like, Sweet Life of whatever those guys' names are. Nope, never watched that. Never watched this Corey in the House. I didn't even watch that one with Shia LaBeouf. What was that called again? What's that one called again? Shia LaBeouf one. Even Stevens, yep, didn't watch that. Didn't watch that either. Proud Family, didn't see that. Didn't see Recess. Didn't see Backyardians or whatever. What's that other one? It was like on with Recess. Is it Backyardigans? No, I think that's a different show. Bruce, thank you for the biddies. Recess was goated. That's what I've heard. I've heard like I've missed a giant part of my childhood by not watching Recess, or like no, Hey Arnold I watched. Hey Arnold I watched. What was the other one? No, Recess and like it's like something about backyard. No? And it was like Nickelodeon or something. What's the cartoon show about backyards? No, it's not Backyardigans. No, not Back at the Barnyard. No, not Go Over the Garden Wall. No, Backyardigans is that one that's into the thick of it. Ugh. That's like not my gen. That's like Gen Alpha. No, not Backyardigans. No. It was like, I swear it was something with the backyard. No, not Codename Kids Next Door. That I didn't watch, but like I knew of it. I knew of it. Brink, never heard of it. Smart House, never heard of it. My 13th Year, never heard of it. Luck of the Irish, never heard of it. Etc. Nope, never. Phineas and Ferb, didn't watch Phineas and Ferb either. The ones that I watched were this. I watched Hey Arnold. I watched Powerpuff Girls. I watched Fairly Odd Parents. Rugrats. All Grown Up or whatever, the Rugrats, like the older version. Remember when they like became older? And then we had this weird show in Canada called Reboot. You guys wouldn't know what it is. It was like this weird 3D show. I feel like I've talked about this before. It was this very strange 3D show that was Canadian, and it had like a blue guy in it. And it was about like being inside of a computer. And like all of the people, all of the characters, like one person was called like Megabyte, and the other person was like, it was all like computer part people. And there would be these things called the games that come down, and it's like some like internet block or something that comes down, and then they like are forced to compete in this like game thingy, and it would fall around random places in the cities. So like random people would have to compete in this game. They did have Reboot in the US? I thought Reboot was Canadian. Oh, it is Canadian. Yeah, I thought some people didn't know what that is. Yeah, the giant purple cube, yes. I want to be inside the computer. Yeah, I feel like some places didn't have this. It looks like this. Oh, that's a black screen. Hold on. They look like this. It was like this blue guy. This blue guy. And then like they become, well, he becomes older. And then there's like some other girl that's like she's like a mermaid or something. And she was in one of those, yeah, it was her, but I don't know where the actual picture of her is. She was from one of the blocks, and they like take her out of the blocks. And that was like a thing that could not happen. That was crazy. That was like a crazy episode. She was not supposed to come out of that thing. Andrea, yes, sure. I don't see a picture of her anywhere though. I'm scared to scroll on this. Oh, that's a really good cosplay of like, what was that girl's name? Is it Dot? Is it Dot? I don't know if that's actually her name, but like, that's what came to my forefront of my head. Okay, well, I can't find her, but. Oh, it is Dot! Oh, Cook. Yeah, I was shook. That was some crazy shit that happened there. But you wanna know what's interesting? I really didn't even like Reboot, but I like remember this for some reason. I love that series, Reboot. Yeah, I didn't really like it that much, but it was just on all the time. Yeah, her little brother Enzo. Yeah, and that dog. They had like a dog that was like red or something. Yeah, red dog, this guy. I don't know what that dog's name is, but. Yeah, oh, and then he like lost an eye. Oh, and gained a goatee. What's worse? Which part's worse? It was such a good show growing up. You know what I liked? Arthur. Even last year, last year for Christmas, I watched an Arthur's Christmas. I love Arthur. Every day when I'm walking down the street, you know what I mean? That was a banger theme song, and I do not care. I don't care what anyone else has to say about it. That shit was like sick reggae. Yeah, Arthur is a classic. I love Arthur. Arthur was so good. The same studio went on to make Beast Wars Transformers. Oh yeah, okay, I don't remember which one it was in America and which one it was in Canada, but one place it was called Beast Wars and one place it was called Beasties. Just saying. The library card song is still so good. Yeah, and Jekyll Hyde. I'm telling you, those ones are friggin' sick. Yeah, Bob Marley's bro wrote the Arthur song? Wait, really? Damian Marley? Or is that his son? Yeah, Jekyll Hyde song. That, I'm not kidding. Arthur's sick. Do you guys remember? Okay, Arthur's kind of crazy as well. Do you remember one episode? Arthur gets like really mad at DW and he like punches her in the skull. She like breaks his toy that he told her like numerous times or something not to touch. And then like the clown, as he's getting angry. Oh my God, is it this episode? You know what I'm talking about? The meme? The meme of the Arthur hand? Is that the episode? Is that why he gets angry too? And like all the clouds behind him are like, and it like all gets dark and he like puts her in the skull. Yeah. Yeah, and then she cries and he's like, oh fuck, domestic violence, what the hell? Annoying Little Sisters in the 90s were the worst. Yeah, if you go back and watch that, DW is actually very, very, very irritating. DW deserved it. Oh, and she was such a brat. See, she was such a brat. Okay, in that King Midas book that I'm reading, there was like some whatever, you know, kings died and whatever, right? So one of the sons of one of the kings that died, he's like some pompous, snot-nosed 12-year-old, and like all the other monarchs are trying to get together and like, you know, discuss what's happening in the kingdoms. And like this pompous ass 12-year-old kid is like, well, actually, yeah, magic is fucking dumb. It's like, it just reminds me, like, in my head, all I pictured was Draco Malfoy being like, excuse me, my father said this instead, but like his dad's super dead. And it was just so funny. Like all I picture is yeah, Draco Malfoy. Speaking of that, I saw that Cillian Murphy is gonna be the new Voldemort for that like HBO Harry Potter. You guys think that's gonna be good? Or no? I don't know about these reboots, like not reboot the show, but like these reboots of shows that already exist. I don't know. Like I haven't seen one of the Disney live actions at all, and I have no desire to. It'll be terrible. Yeah, he is. He just got casted like, I don't know, today or yesterday or something. But yeah, I just have no desire to see any of these live actions. People said that the Lion King live action, I think, was good with the Disney, but like in my head, I'm just like this. I don't want to see real lions, you know, do that. I just want to see Simba be normal Simba. This doesn't have anything to. Okay, you guys are gonna take it in a furry way. I already know. But I have no inkling to like watch the mermaid one either. I have no inkling to watch what's the other ones. Snow White. I just don't care. I don't care. The originals are the best. CGI Kofu wouldn't be as hot. He's not even in the first one. First of all, I have a nerd crush on him from Oppenheimer. Who? Cillian Murphy? Yeah, I just like him because he was in 28 Days Later. So. Was that your point? No, I just don't like none of the reboots of anything I care to see at all. Like Lilo and Stitch, didn't see that. I don't even know if I've seen regular Lilo and Stitch. Like that's actually so crazy, but I don't think that I've seen that. I don't think I've seen regular Lilo and Stitch. I don't think I've seen Princess and the Frog. I might have seen like half of Princess and the Frog. I feel like there's one more that I haven't seen Brave, the girl with the red hair. I haven't seen that one. But that's like Disney Pixar, like actual animated Disney. I think it's just those two that I haven't seen. I haven't either. Oh, and you know what else I only saw like last year? Treasure Planet. That was the first time that I saw Treasure Planet. I never saw that. I haven't seen Atlantis either. And everyone tells me that Atlantis is so good and that I would love it, but I don't know. I never got around to watching Atlantis when I was young. I feel like, okay, I feel like during that time, I missed like those human ones for the other human animated shows, like Iron Giant, which is still a heater. I actually really want to rewatch Iron Giant. Iron Giant was quite good. What happened to our movie nights when we were going to watch Atlantis? I started having to like do everything else, so. I've seen zero live action remakes. That's what I mean. Like, I just have zero desire to do it. But I guess maybe they're just trying to like make it appeal to the new age kids. But I feel like the new age kids don't care about anything. Like I saw some kids and they're all on like FaceTime and shit. And they're like 4. What do you mean these kids are on FaceTime? Like you're 4 years old. Go outside and play in the snow. It's literally like 2 feet of snow outside. Why aren't you making a snowman? You're 4 years old. It's the thick-thighed woman in Atlantis? Yeah, I know. I swear her name starts with a K. I know. She has, like, the white hair, and she's tanned. Atlantis is so good. Yeah, I've heard that was good, and I heard Treasure Planet was really good, too. But when I watched it last year, I was kind of like, it's all right. Like, it wasn't memorable at all for me. Kita. Yeah, that's it. I've seen a lot of people cosplay her because she's super cute. But yeah, the other one that I watched during those times was... what the heck is it called now? El Dorado. El Dorado, yeah. Yeah, El Dorado was still... I've watched El Dorado quite a few times. I like really like that because Elton John did some of the songs in it. And I fucking love Elton John. Elton John is so good. El Dorado is good. Yeah, but like, okay, when you watch it now and there's like all this woke shit around it, people are like, oh, well, the guys are just racist and they go there and they just act racist. And I'm like, fuck, man. It's like some stupid ass cartoon from like a long time ago where there's, you know, magic and shit. And that's why, I think that's why they'll never ever make a Pocahontas either, because they like can't do it, because it's like literally racist. I can't hear you, I can only see Chell. Oh yeah, and like, see, that's not even a kid's movie. If you think back to that, Chell literally blows the guy. Like, that is not a kid's movie. That is not a thing that happens in any kid's movie. Although I will say, do you guys remember that one scene in in Lion King where like Nala pins him and then he like pins her back and then she gives him the lion sex eyes? You guys remember that or just me? You guys don't remember the lion sex eyes? Yeah, it's the lion sex eyes. Yes, it made me feel so awkward as a kid. Yeah, see? The 15th century Spaniards would be racist? Yeah, exactly. Okay, that's like something that's really so bizarre to me. When people watch films that are dated in a different era, right? So like, say for example, they watch like Django Unchained. And they're like, Django Unchained is racist. Yes. Yes, it is. And they're like, yeah, or like, I saw some people online being like, oh, some horrible villain, and I don't remember what movie or anime or whatever show it was, some horrible villain who does like atrocious things. They're like, I can't believe he would do that. Why would they include that in a movie that like this horrible villain in this movie is doing bad things? I don't think they should include that. What are you talking about, man? What do you mean? The villain is not supposed to do villainous things. Huh? I don't remember what show. It was like some cartoon or something, or like an anime. And they're like, yeah, I can't believe this villain is like being bad. Are we fucking serious, guys? That is an interesting take. But yeah, Chell for sure comes up to his crotch region, and I swear she like wipes her mouth, right? I don't know. I thought that they like go behind the... I think they like go behind the sofa and then she like disappears and he like makes a weird face and then she like comes up and like wipes her mouth. I think that's what the scene is. I think that's what the scene is. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it's something along those lines. Like that ain't for kids, man. But I swear Disney used to do some crazy ass shit like that all the time where they would include something like Berserk in their kids show that like kids don't understand, but then the adults are like, ha ha ha. But Disney, I think, did shit like that too, no? Like, don't you remember all those weird... Okay, I don't know if anybody else remembers this, but I remember people were like, oh, there's like hidden dicks or something. And I'm like, what? Like the artists like hid dicks inside of like the show or like some weird joke or something that like it'll appeal to the adults, but the kids won't pick up on it or something. Yeah, on the Little Mermaid cover or something. Yes. See? But I don't remember if that was just people like shit talking. Yeah, I don't know if that was just people shit talking or not. But I also feel like I worked in that industry as well, and that would not surprise me either, to be honest with you. Also, do you guys remember? Okay, this was like height of COVID, I think, where, do you guys remember this? This was so insane. Do you remember when there was, okay, this was before like YouTube Kids came out, and there would be those shows that were like the, you know, knockoffs of like Mickey, Disney, etc. And they would just put all of the keywords into the title so it would get into the rotation. And then they'd put like some really creepy animation like right in the middle of the episode, but it would still be like Mickey and Minnie and stuff, but they would be like stabbing each other or something crazy. Do you guys remember that? That was so insane. It looked like a dick, like a hard dick with a little soldier hat helmet. Yeah, see? That was wild. There was those with Peppa Pig. Yeah, and then like, you know, she like does heroin or something and then she like starts like projectile vomiting everywhere. That was such a crazy time. Like that is just so, I don't know. And like now, okay, now that we're talking about past stuff, now you guys know how like 2016 is coming back? Everybody keeps posting these like, oh, 2016, it's like some weird trend, right? 2016, this is what like I looked like in 2016. This is the makeup in 2016. This is like how much I've grown since it's like 2016 nostalgia is currently back right now. How come nobody is talking about the clowns? Do you guys not remember where like there was these crazy people who would dress up as killer clowns and like terrorize everyone? in 2016? Did that just like get wiped from everybody's memory? That was so crazy. My friend told me it happened to her kid recently and she freaked out and cried. Oh, that YouTube, it's still happening? Oh, really? That was a weird subplot. That was so insane, right? That was so insane. And like, nobody ever came forward in, you know, years that passed and was like, haha, remember in 2016, like, yeah, I used to dress up as a clown and like terrorize people on my alt accounts or something. Nobody ever came forward. Nobody was ever like, holy shit, remember when I was young and dumb and I was like doing, I never heard of anybody say that before. The crazy clowns holding balloons and just staring at people? No, I feel like there was people who were literally dressing as clowns with like knives and like running after people as a joke. And they would go just like by the side of the highway or like weird shit. Weird shit. Because I remember seeing people, yeah, they chased people. It wasn't like they were just being ominous, like an ominous force. Like, ooh, look at this, I'm an entity, right? No, it was literally people like harassing other people. So crazy. It's actually so crazy to think about these trends that have happened over the past, you know, years of being online and stuff. Like, remember in COVID, was it during COVID or was it before? Where people it was like some weird TikTok trend where people started going into establishments, grocery stores, and like licking stuff and then putting it back and like filming them as they, you know, tamper with public food. What is going on? What is going on here? Crazy. I swear Ariana Grande did it too. Did she not? I swear it was a thing where Ariana Grande went and like licked a donut or something. Oh, it was 2015, excuse me. Oh, and she spit on another one. Yes, she licks the donut on this viral security thing. Do you remember this? Hey, Harambe!
Harambe underscore ashes cheered. X5550.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. You guys got the Harambe emote. Spam it, baby. Spam it. Thank you so much for the bitays. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hi, 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 hi. We're talking about past trends. We're talking about past trends. So we were just talking about, you know, in how 2016 core is like back right now. And people are all talking about, you know, I looked like this in 2016 and blah, 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 blah. But I was saying how nobody's talking about the clowns of 2016. Remember when people used to dress up as clowns and like chase people around? And then I don't remember when this was with the licking the food products, but remember there was that weird trend where people would go around and like film themselves licking food in public. It was so strange. And like super illegal. Everybody say thank you to Rombies. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for the biddies. When was planking? Was that 2016 too? That's one thing. Oh, that's like a video that I should make, eh? Back in my day, we ate the Tide Pods. Yes, I remember that too. And they literally had to start putting a thing on saying like, do not eat. Don't eat these Tide Pods. Do you guys remember that Bird Box challenge as well? I feel like these were a lot of these are trends from when it was like COVID times, right? Do you guys remember the Bird Box challenge where people started literally blindfolding themselves and like running into traffic? And they're like, oh, I'd survive. What are the youth, man? What are the youth? Yeah, because nobody had shit to do. Yeah, it was so crazy. They were trying to drive as well. I didn't know they walked in. Yeah, it was like people were like driving and like running into traffic and they're like, it's a Bird Box challenge. Nothing's gonna happen if I run in front of a moving vehicle, right? What? Or if we're going so far back, like cinnamon challenge. So many of my friends did that shit. And I just sat there like this. I did not do cinnamon challenge. I just sat there like this. And I remember one of my friends did it and he coughed. and he was like dying in university, and he like inhaled all of the cinnamon through his nose, and he got super fucked up from it. He got like a really bad sinus infection or something because it all went inside of his sinuses. Because when he was coughing, he was like breathing through his nose too. I don't know. It was so ridiculous. Natural selection. Yeah. And then that like ice challenge thing too. Do you guys remember that too? Where people would get ice and then they'd put like salt and then they'd put the ice on it and it would like literally burn you. And they'd be like, ice challenge. I'm like, you guys are so dumb. Who the fuck wants to do this? Run into traffic challenge. Quirky. It's not quirky. You're gonna die. I did that in college? No way. No way. I remember even in elementary school, this is actually so crazy to think about. Did you guys have in elementary school? Okay, I'm from the generation where we didn't have phones, all right? So I'm an old woman. We actually used to go outside and talk to each other back then, okay? So I remember at recess, people would be like, oh, do you want to play the pass out game? And I was like, what the fuck is the pass out game? And they'd be like, yeah, we go to, because we had portables, okay? We had portables, which were like outside little like temporary buildings while they would work on the school. So some of the classes were out there. And people would literally go and choke out other kids until they pass out. And they'd be like, oh my God, it's so fun. And I just remember being like, you are dumb as bricks. Ain't no way I'm doing that shit. And they're like, why? It's so fun. No, you're fucked. You're actually fucked. Yeah, stand against the wall. I remember, don't you guys remember? They'd be like, stand against the wall and do this with your arms. And somebody would quite literally choke you out. It was fucking mental. It was mental. It starts early. That is just berserk. I remember I was in grade 4. Kiki, do you love me? When people would hop out of their cars? Wait, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. Yeah, it was like a thing. Stand against the wall and do this with your arms and other kids would literally choke you out. It was fucked. Remember in elementary school when kids would play Red Rover and kids' arms were getting broken from that? No, that never happened to me. Okay, maybe we will play Final Fantasy today. I don't know. It depends. It depends. I'm having a lot of fun chatting today, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't remember that one. The Red Rover one. But okay, chat, you guys want to know how much of a fucking nerd I was when I was a kid? Even now, I feel like the same. So we used to be able to get a library pass. Okay. And then if you got like a library pass in at recess, that means you could stay in for recess. So obviously I live in Canada, right? This is not news to anybody. I remember being like, I fucking hate winter, even as a kid. And I'd be like, I just want to get a library pass and then I'll just go on the computer. And I just remember I used to play Cross Country Canada, which was basically like, what's that game that you guys have? Virginia Road or something, or Ohio Road. I don't know I forgot what it's called, but all you guys played it. It was like some weird Oregon Trail. That's the one. Yeah. Oregon, Virginia Road. Take me home, country roads. Yeah. Oregon Trail. It was basically like that, but like, I don't know, some Canadian version or some shit. And I remember I would just stay in that and I would do the typing game. There was some sort of typing game. It was just literally typing training. And I would just stay in and be like, try to get the highest amount of like words per minute possible. And I remember exactly, because some of them weren't sentences. And I remember I would race other kids and we would all race the same line. And the line was this. A, A-S, A-D, A-D-D, A-D-D-S, S-A-D, D-A-D, D-A-D-S. That was the line. I remember it to this day because everyone would race the same line. A, A-D, A-D, A-S, A-D-D, A-D-D, A-D-D-S. But it wasn't even a sentence. It was just that. A-A-S, A-D, A-D-D, A-D-D-S, S-A-D, D-A-D, D-A-D-S. I still remember it to this day from like grade 3. That was the typing one. Yes, that was the typing one. What on earth is this stream about? We're just talking. I'm just yapping today. Usually I'm playing Final Fantasy, but today I feel like yapping because I didn't stream last night. I was way too tired. I found my asthma's been a lot worse. I don't know if it's because like the heat has to be on higher, so maybe it's like dry air, so I'm like coughing more, but I find that like at night I'm just waking up so much. I do have a humidifier. I have a humidifier and an air purifier in my room, and I still... So I had to take medicine like on Friday night, so that I could like sleep properly. Cause yeah, I just kept coughing. But anyways, we're just yapping about stuff. Oh no, eh? We have to make it to Vancouver before winter, eh? Yeah, I don't even remember what we did. I genuinely have no idea what I did in that game. I just remember the only reason that I wanted to get this computer library pass or whatever was so I did not have to go outside in the winter. My science teacher was mad. Cool, and we played Doom in PC during lunchtime. Did you guys have Scholastic? Did you guys have Scholastic Book Fair? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Scholastic, yes. Holy shit, man. I am not joking. I remember kids in the Scholastic Book Fair would get like Goosebumps novels, and I was so jealous. All I could afford was an eraser. I would get like one eraser and I'd be like, hey guys, look, cool. It's like a heart or like a rainbow or something. And some other dumbass kid with rich ass parents would be like, oh, I got $5, look at this. And I remember being like, well, I have an eraser. And they would always do this. Yeah, well, I got 7. And then they would go from their pocket and like, you know, craps 7 fucking erasers out. And I'm like, fuck you, man. Fuck you. I still order Scholastic for my girls. Scholastic book fairs were so fun. Harry Potter books too. Did you? Okay, so speaking of Scholastic, Harry Potter, Goosebumps, whatever. Did you guys ever get the choose your own adventure books? Those slapped. Those are so sick, where it was like, oh, the spider comes close to you. Do you squish it? Go to page 30. Or try to befriend it. Go to page 35. That was sick. How come they don't, do they make those as like, you know, adult novels? That is such a good concept. Yeah, like a Bigfoot mystery. Yeah, those are great. Were those not so fun? Where are those at in literature now? And we cut box tops off of the cereal boxes. Yeah, and then inside of the cereal boxes, sometimes there was like games, and like McDonald's toys were like actually cool back then. Holy shit, you get, okay, nostalgia stream. You guys just made me remember. Do you guys remember? Okay, this is back when McDonald's was actually sick as frick, okay? And they gave out like some sort of Sonic games, and they were, it was legit games. Like you could play it, it was legit like digital games as the toy. No, you guys have to remember this. McDonald's. This! Holy shies. Okay, hold on. What the hell? Where's this audio? Maybe turn that down a little bit. Okay,
hey, let's go racing game. So let's take a look at this thing so you can see.
That is sick.
Around the whole winning flag, checker flag.
Look at that.
McDonald's logo. A little
Stop.
switch and 4 little screws.
And this wasn't the only one. There was like literally 4 or 5 or something. And now you get like paper. Oh, you can have a 4-page book. Oh, fuck you, man. Oh, $1 billion company, by the way. You can get a free sub. You can get 1 free sub if your community gives subs. Fuck you, man. Ain't no goddamn way. This was so sick.
But I had to change the batteries.
Look at that. Chat, look at them. Wait. I don't want to hear him yapping anymore. Look, 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 look at this. Look, are you guys looking? View, feast your eyes. It was a legit game that you could play. And this was your toy from McDonald's. Now if I just go to McDonald's, someone throws their drink at me. And I'm the customer. I'm paying. What do you mean? Now I just get the Gen Z stare. I'm like, hey, I would like some McNuggets. And people are like, that part. What do you mean that part? I'm in the drive-thru. Tea. What? What are the words that are coming out of your mouth right now? I'm just trying to order McNuggets, okay? Give me my toy. Give me my toy. These were just so superior. Come on. This McDonald's toy was way better. Okay, this one only had 1 button, so maybe this one is a little bit But they, okay, the shadow, well, what's the opposite of propaganda? De-propaganda? The shadow de-propaganda at this time was like, holy shit, Shadow was like not the cool guy. You wanted Sonic, you did not want Shadow at this point. Oh, now look at it. In this day, this current day and age, now everybody wants Shadow because he's the cool edgelord, the cool emo guy. Let's see what this guy's yammering about.
Jump the gap 10 times on a level, the game is over. When
The Tails one was so fun. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This shows you all that right there.
Like, okay. Even, okay, I don't know, Americans, did you guys have Kinder Surprise? Because I feel like they got outlawed for a bit in America. Because I don't know what you guys were doing. Like, the kiddos were, like, putting it up their nose or some stuff. But even the toys, the Kinder toys back in the day, were, like, super sick. And then sometimes they would release these, like, limited edition ones. So you would try to collect the limited edition ones. Everything was such better quality back then. I'm actually so old. I am elderly. This conversation is making me feel aged and decrepit, but I don't care.
Okay, so
yeah, Kinder Art nerfed, I know.
Ooh, this is a little tricky.
I can't even see, sir.
Because he hangs in the air for a second.
Is this...
Oh, you gotta time...
Is this 1080? It says it's 1080. I don't know if this is 1080, man.
Oh.
Guys, I don't...
This is coming in good on my
that's a rough 1080.
I think it reads... Move left and right to block.
I don't remember those, but I'm older than you. We got 5 PS and we loved it. Oh, was this a Tails one? Oh no, this is Knuckles. Like, this is such a good McDonald's toy. I cannot believe this. Can we make an adult McDonald's? I need an adult Happy Meal with toys. Yeah, but what's the adult toy for McDonald's? A Xanax? A piece of paper that tells you how to do your taxes and when they're due. Surprise, here's your adult toy. Or do you think that the toys that adults should get are literally like a fleshlight? Enjoy. Here's a dildo with your McNuggets. Yay, adult Happy Meal. Woohoo. Yeah, or 3 ounces of liquor. Enjoy your day.
Okay, let's flip it on and give it a try.
Cholesterol checker? Yeah, like that thing that you need to like check your diabetes with the prick. Come on, man.
You gotta block the balls, right? Okay.
See, even this is actually like, this is cool. These are all cool. Look at them. Anyways,
okay, I see what's happening. So
anyways, let's see what the current McDonald's is. The current McDonald's toy. What is the current McDonald's Happy Meal toy? Let's see. Let's see. What Happy Meal toy are you offering? How can I see? Check out our Happy Meal website. It's crayons. What? It won't even tell me. It's crayons. I guess it's crayons. That is a lame ass. No. Got Pokemon cards from McDonald's? Yeah, but all the scalpers? Okay, literally the scalpers have ruined everything. That you can't even get them anymore because people will go and just scalp it. It's actually berserk. Like, did you guys see? Wait, did you guys see this? I posted it in the Discord. Did you guys see that in New York, people went to the Pokemon tournament or something? It was like some Pokemon tournament at some local card game, and they literally went and just stole Pokemon cards. Are we being fucking for real? Are we actually being fucking for real right now? Like, we're not doing jewelry stores anymore. They're not robbing convenience store. We're robbing literal Pokemon tournament. Come on, man. Were you into collecting cards too? Yeah, I did a Riftbound stream like 2 streams ago, where we opened some Riftbound cards. I've done like One Piece opening streams and Pokemon opening streams too, but I haven't really been into the latest Pokemon stuff recently. You wanna know my problem is? I have too many cards now and I'm like running out of space, so I don't know what to do. This is where we are as a species, I suppose, right? It's so insane. Yeah, once a market springs up for stuff, scalpers always ruin it. It's insane. She's got some sick Pokemon cards too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've made like some of my own as well. I think I have some like literally right here. Hold on, I have like a thing under my desk. Did I move it? They were in my... They were in one of my thingies here, but maybe I moved them. Huh. I have moved them. I don't know where the hell I put those, but... Oh well. Maybe I put them over there. Anyways, I like made, I think you can see on my page, like, I still have a exclamation mark cards, maybe? I have a card Instagram up. There it is. Yeah, I like, yeah, I used to post them on Instagram. Yes, 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 yes. I haven't made any for a while because I'm just like, I don't have a time anymore. Yeah, I'm not as into it as I was before. Just because, like, I don't know. I've been doing cosplay stuff, so it takes a lot longer, to be honest with you. And there just wasn't really a market for it. Like, for the amount of time that stuff took, art's hard. Art is a hard thing to get into. Oh, what's this? Ah, my friend. She texted me from England. Anyways, okay. That's my yapping for today. I think it's time. Is it game time, chat, or what's up? What do you guys think? Game time or more yap time? I just got so into the nostalgia there. You guys decide. I would love to see you guys make a decision in chat. I mean, it's up to you. Everything's up to me. Life is up to me. I'm gonna get another drink. Actually, I'm gonna pee too. Chat, I'm not done yapping. I can't. I'm not done yapping. I have more to yap about. I have more to yap about, guys. What has happened here? Oh, Harambe! Thank you for the 25 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Everybody Harambe in the chat. Everybody Rambe out in the chat. Yeah, I got more to say. I got more to say. Okay, it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. I'm on one today. 26. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, how do kids just not go outside anymore? You guys tell me that. Like, if you're a parent, chat, are any of you guys parents? I'm not. Are you guys a parent? Look how I have a normal stomach. Well, not normal, but I have an unimpregnated stomach. Does anybody have kids?
Hello and good night. Much love.
Does anybody have children? Hey, Bane! Thank you so much for the resub. 82 months, baby. Am I underwear showing?
I have returned from Korea.
Can't really see. That's good. I have returned from Korea. Oh, Miami! What the hell? Thank you so much. 26, 27, 28. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hype train, hype train, hype train. Woo, 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 woo. Okay, anyways, chat. What was I yammering about? What was I yammering about? What was I yammering about? Oh, yes. Okay, do you guys have kids? How come you guys don't make them play outside anymore? Parents, tell me what the fuck's going on. How come you guys are like, kid, take this iPhone? How come kids don't like, do kids play street hockey and shit anymore? Yeah, why don't they play outside anymore? Parents, tell me. I don't have kids. I don't have kids either. But if I did have kids, I'd be like, go fucking play outside. That's a real Canadian reference? Wait, you guys didn't play like ball hockey? Hold on. Whoa, okay, you guys are blowing my mind. Wait, is that actually a thing? You guys did not play ball hockey or anything when you're outside? Like, we played basketball and stuff too, but like, You guys, the girls would, okay, the girls would say, do you guys have green box? You guys know what I'm talking about? Do you guys know what a green box is? We did a little. Wait, do you guys know what a green box is? It's like a electrical box. And like the kids would just like sit on it and that would be like a chill spot. Like a green box. It's like this. Literally like this. And I was like, this is so dangerous. Yeah, this. It's pretty much like this, but it, like sometimes they were bigger than this. And everyone would be like, meet at the green box. Like you'd call and be like, bring. Hello, Johnny Boy's dad. Is Johnny Boy home? And you'd be like, hey, Johnny Boy. And it had this weird bird that like yelled at you. Is that only a Canadian thing? You guys don't have the weird bird that has a backwards cap on that says no. Don't electrocute yourself. Look how cool he is. Wait. You're not gonna listen to him? He literally has a backwards cap on. I remember the weird bird yelling. Yeah. I never read the warning labels. Look how cool he is though. And he's yelling at you. What do you mean? Yeah, my yard had a green box. Yeah, that was always the meetup spot. The green, okay, the green box was like, okay, if I, you know, in adult terms, it would be like the drug dealing spot, but like you're a kid, so it's like the spot where you meet up and like go play basketball after. But I don't know what other reference to make besides like
Teamy.
dealing drugs for some reason. That's the only reference I got, guys. Thank you, Matt, for the reset. It was the bar? Yes, it was like the bar of your childhood. And then like the girls would sit on the green box and chat, and then the guys would like, you know, play basketball. Well, I played basketball too, but the guys would play street hockey. You guys didn't do that? What did you guys do as kids? Like, tell me what you guys did. I used to have like a lot of hobbies. Like I did gymnastics, I did ice skating, I did taekwondo, I did like drawing stuff, I did everything. I was very like, shock. I know it's really shocking to you guys, but I was quite hyper when I was younger. Whoa, news. Beach jams in elementary school? Oh, yes, we biked everywhere. Yeah, we used to bike everywhere. I forgot about that. I played street football. Oh, nobody I knew played that here. And ultimate frisbee. I feel like people played that on recess, but what's ultimate frisbee? What's so ultimate about it? What's the difference between ultimate frisbee and normal frisbee? Unultimate frisbee. Mediocre frisbee? A big neighborhood game of manhunt. Whoa, what the hell? Really? I was the poor kid and I didn't have much, but mom would give me art stuff. Ultimate frisbee is football, but with a frisbee. So wait, you tackle each other, but in the street? It seems like you guys would have some scuffed knees and like scabs from that. No? Manhunt is in the forest. Yes, okay, that we used to do that. We definitely used to do that. Hype train! Thank you guys for the hype train. Yippee! Let's see, what do we get? I got, oh wow. What did you guys get? I got this. What is even going on? Is that glasses on its head? I don't understand what that is. Is it a person? Oh, and she's kind of drooling, I guess. We got through level 3. Let's go. When I was really young, I ate grass. Oh, I remember one time somebody was like, eat this paper, eat a piece of paper. Like, not a whole piece, but like a little piece. And I ate it, for sure. 100%. I was like, fine, well. And they used to eat like they just used to sit there and eat pieces of paper. So I tried it one time and I was like, ew, this tastes like shit. And I remember another time there was this girl and she was picking her nose and she was like eating her boogies. And I was like, ew, what the fuck are you doing? And she's like, oh, you don't do that? It's so good. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. And she's like, no, why not? Like, it's so yummy. Like, you should try. And I was like, nah, man, nah. And she just sat there and she ate her boogers. I remember this so well. Does anyone remember when frisbee golf was a thing? I don't think I know what that is. No, it was never me. It was this girl that I knew. She would eat like bugs and stuff. Not me. Okay, listen. My thing as a kid was I was too scared to like pee in public toilets. So I would hold my pee the entire time. And then I remember one time, I held my pee for so long that I used to walk home at lunch. And usually, this is very Canadian as well, the door would be open, right? So I would just walk in the door. And I remember I ran home. And for some reason, this time, I don't know why, my mom locked the door. And I remember I was knocking and knocking, 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 knocking. My mom would not answer the door. And then I just peed all over the front, like the deck. Whoops. And I peed myself. And then I was so mad because my mom just came and she was like, sorry, I was on the phone or something. And I was like, I hate you. She's probably married with a family now. I know for a fact she is. I remember exactly who it is. And she's 100% married with a family now. It was like golf, but with frisbees instead of golf holes where you were trying to get into the poles with as few throws as possible. No, I don't know what that is. I don't think we had that. Yeah, I never ate anything weird. I was also scared of barfing when I was younger. I was way too scared to barf, and I was way too scared to pee in public places. Or poo, like anything. Just too scared to use the bathroom in public places. I don't know why. I was just like scared. I guess I had anxiety from like a very young age. Now that I talk about that, I definitely forgot that, you know, that was a thing. But yeah, I would not go to the bathroom ever. Ever. I would hold it for as long as humanly possible. As long as I could pee at home. Because like, ew, I mean, honestly, fair. Public bathrooms are pretty freaking gross. Oh, what did you get? A ghost? What is that? Oh, a shy ghost. I kind of like that. That's kind of cute. We have it in some parks. Oh, we do? I don't know. I don't think I know what that is. Did you guys ever watch Mummies Alive as a kid or Metabots? I watched Mummies Alive. Mummies Alive was friggin' sick. I had a crush on that main guy. I don't know what was wrong with me. Why did I like Kovu the lion and a mummy? And Jack Skellington as well. A skeleton. Like, is I okay? How come I never liked any of the people that were like normal humans? It was always like, this is a monster. And I'm like, cute. Are you afraid of the dark? Are you afraid of the dark was genuinely scary. Crush on a non-animal? Impossible. I know, until I got to like, I don't know how old I was, but then I saw Fruits Basket, the original Fruits Basket, and then like, I really loved Kyosoma. But he's like also a cat, so like, does that count? Because he like turns into a cat? It's like half and half. It's like the best of both worlds. My furriness knows no bounds, okay? Maybe that is why you have trouble connecting on dates? Yeah, because nobody howls. Do you remember that time, Chad, where I went on a date? Do you remember that time? I told you guys I went on a date with this guy. I asked him, what would you do if I went into the bathroom and I started howling? And it was the first date. It was the first date I ever went on with this guy, and I was like, yeah, what would you do if I like went into the bathroom and I just started howling? Like, oh, and he was like, what? What was his answer? He said he would howl back, and I was like, cool. That's a good answer. I'm legit gonna rewatch it because I never finished airing it on TV. I loved Metabots. I liked the song of Metabots, but I don't really remember anything besides there was like that bee guy. Metabee. What the fuck? You gotta hit people. Okay, hear me out. This is like my date thing. This is my date strat. You gotta ask people fun and weird questions. Because like, if people can't joke with you, how the fuck are you gonna have a relationship? Be so honest with me. How the fuck are you gonna have a relationship with them? Especially me. Like, half of my enjoyment is talking about dumb stuff. If somebody cannot keep the banter by talking about dumb stuff with me, ain't the one, hun. Seriously. Real. Like, half of your time is gonna be spent talking at least, right? Like, even if you're like, oh, well, I only like them because we bang well. How much of your time, realistically, living with a partner is just gonna be banging? Like, eventually you're gonna have to chill, right? And like, talk to each other. Unload all of your weirdness on date one, and then you have to see how they handle it, right? Like, you know how they say that women put men through like tests? One of the tests, you howling or not? Tell me. Tell me now so we can figure this out, okay? Ow! Will you start shaking your leg if I scratch your tummy? Yes or no? I need to know now, all right? These are prerequisites to marriage. I too am currently drinking a Dr. Pepper. I love Dr. Pepper. Cat's like, be an actual dog. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Do you have fleas? Yes or no? If the answer is no, I needed to get out of here. If you can't be unhinged and whimsical, then what are you even doing, right? Like, if you can't prance around and have a little whimsy and act like a weirdo, what's the point? But one thing I'm so weird about, chat, one thing I'm very, very weird about, and like not the, you know, typical weird, my shoulder is like having a cramp or something. I got too crazy there. I will never, ever, ever, ever like fart in front of a partner. Or if I have to do a number two, I'm out of there. See you later. I will literally go home. I don't know what's wrong with me. I told you ever since I was young, I've had problems. I've had problems that I don't want to do any bathroom activities near anybody. I fart day one. Shoulder? It's the wrong shoulder. It's the other shoulder. No, yeah, I feel like it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know how I would get married to somebody because like I would die. What if I have to fart and then I can't fart like around someone? I can't fart around my partner. No, I can't. I just can't. I just cannot. I can't do that. It's too much. It's too much. It's too intense. See, I think it is polite not to just rip one in front of anyone, really. Yeah, but see, like, this is what's crazy. How are you eventually gonna live together? Because you're gonna have to, right? What about doing number two at their place? No, I can't. I have to go home. I can't. Maybe I'm still the same. I'm the same person as I was when I was a kid. I can't. I don't want to. You don't fart around your partner until you're truly in love? No, I can't. I also remember, okay, I will say this. One time I farted by accident in front of my ex-boyfriend who like I dated when I was young, like 20. And I remember he told all of his friends and he was like, oh my God, she's so disgusting. I can't believe she would fart in front of me. But it was like an accident. Never again. Never again. You gotta cough loud and cover up the sound? Yeah, but what if it's smelly? Just excuse yourself and fart in another room? Yeah, but then what if you live in an apartment? There's no other rooms. I worked with a guy and he's married with kids and he said that he's never farted in front of his wife. That's what I'm saying. I'm too scared. How dare women digest food? You wouldn't believe the thoughts that people have on that. First time Jeff ever heard me fart, I was sleeping. Oh yeah, like I'm sure, you know, happens when you sleep, but there's always a bathroom. Yeah, but what if somebody's in the bathroom? Also, when you're pregnant, you're so fucking gassy, so you get over it. Really? Also, bro, what a jerk to make fun of you for it. Oh yeah, that was, listen, all of my exes, pretty cool, okay? All of my exes are pretty cool, whatever. I don't really have beef with any of them. That one that I dated when I was 20, psychotic. Like, to this day, complete and utter psychopath. Psychopath. Everybody else, cool. Even people that I didn't date and like whatever, maybe we had like, you know, bad times back in the day, I'd probably like be like, what up? I don't care, right? That one, I will never speak to ever again. He was genuinely, even to this day, even to the people he dated after me, because you know what okay, here's the thing. When you date somebody, right? Like in my head, I think to myself, if we break up, like maybe it was just A, B, like not compatible. Maybe they're compatible with somebody else. So this ex, this is the only ex that I ever got cheated on by. He was like the worst, okay? He was the worst person. He was like on drugs, like super asshole, lie, manipulate, gaslight, cheating, just horrible. So his whole group of friends, like all ditched him because he was literally such an asshole. But I met him when he was in university. So they had ditched him maybe like 2 weeks or 3 weeks prior or something, right? So I only met them like one time and we were just like in our talking phase. So I didn't really know what the hell was going on, right? But over time, like he became worse and worse and worse person, like super, super jealous over everything. Like I remember one time, this is so insane to me to like talk about now because I feel like my boundaries are a lot different. But when I was 20, like you're 20, right? So you're still learning. But I remember one time so we were kind of like living together because he lived closer to like the college than I did. So I would stay at his house all the time, right? Because I was driving. And I remember one time I was like, oh, okay, like I have to actually go home and like I want to go have dinner with my mom and like, you know, get other clothes and whatever. I remember this guy was like, fuck you, no, you're not. Like, you're going to cheat on me, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm going to see my mom? And he was like, no, you're not. I know you're secretly cheating on me. Fuck you. And I remember he called my house to talk to my mom and he started yelling at my mom, telling him I was a whore and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I literally came to my own house to get clothes and like have dinner with my mom. He was like insane, fucking sane. It was crazy. Trust issues because he was doing that. He was doing that. So like the cheaters always think that you're cheating, right? That's just how it works. It's like, what do they call it again? Like guilt projection, where they think that everybody else is doing the same thing because they're doing it. Yeah, projecting. I've always heard that. Yeah, so he was like super, obviously guilty of doing it himself because he would go out and he would like spend nights out and blah, and I would just blind trust him. So he thought that I was doing the same thing, but cheaters are always the most paranoid. Yeah, it was so crazy. Like, you know, I've had bad situations with previous exes and stuff, but like, whatever, right? I wouldn't say that they're crazy. Like, this is the only person that I'm like, you're fucked. Like, I would not say hi to them if I saw them. I would never talk to them again. Like, that's the same one that, remember I told you guys the story of like the vase? That was so fucking insane now looking back. And then he like kidnapped me in his car. Did I tell you guys that? That was fucking crazy. The vase kidnapped? Okay, so here's a story, chat. Story time. Okay, how long have I been streaming? An hour and a half. We're probably not playing Final Fantasy today. Okay, here we go. I'm changing the title. I'm changing the title. Hold on, I'm gonna change the YouTube title as well. How do I change the titles on this website thingy? Okay, here we go. Update titles. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. So like back when I was 20, I didn't really have any dating experience. The previous experience that I have, I lost my virginity to this guy who fucking hated my guts, okay? So I really didn't have any like guy experience. So the first guy that I met in like college, university, that was like nice to me and was like, hey, do you want to be my girlfriend? I was like, okay, sure. So anyways, I had only known him for a few weeks prior to that. So we started dating, whatever, it was fine. I had known that he already like was in the clubbing scene. So I was drinking a lot at this time. Like I would always go out and party all the time. I had huge FOMO issues, all right? So anything that like happened where people were going out and partying, I always wanted to be a part of it. Like I was a 20-year-old party girl, 100% through and through and through. So anyways, we started dating and he was okay in the beginning. He was really nice. He like got me all these presents. He was like super loving, affectionate, whatever. Then slowly he started to get like jealousy problems, okay? So I was like, all right, whatever. Like most things I can just like let slide. I don't mind a little bit of jealousy, but it started to get like worse and worse and worse. Okay. So then that's when all his friends like ditched him. I told you it was like a few weeks or whatever into dating. And I remember, this is actually so crazy now that I think about it. I remember one day he like would always talk about his ex all the time, like literally all the time. Every single conversation, he'd be like, she's a fucking whore, like blah, 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 blah. And I was so dumb. I was a dumb idiot, okay? And I was just like, yeah, I guess she must be a real asshole. Like, wow. Blinders, like total dumbass, okay? So whatever. I remember this one time he drove because he heard that she was talking to somebody else that was like a mutual friend and they were talking in a romantic sense, okay? I remember he went crazy, all right, like literally insane and was like, I'm gonna park the car behind their car, and he like took me with him. It was actually so fucking insane. He parked the car behind their car so they couldn't like back out, and he started punching on the windows. This was not a red flag to me. I was literally like, wow, this is so crazy. What? So then they obviously called the police, okay? They called the police, and he like had to go stay overnight jail or something. And this was like not a red flag for me. Nope, it gets worse. Don't worry, it gets way worse. So he's so passionate. It was just like thinking about it now, obviously as like an actual adult, I was like, what the fuck? But anyways, so whatever, we continue dating, okay? I'm like, oh my God, I love him. What if he's like gone forever? So we keep dating, whatever. And like, this does not signal like, oh, this is a violent person to me. I don't know why, I was so stupid. So anyways, as time goes on, he starts getting like more and more jealous over like weird things, like literally the weirdest things, like me going home to my own house to have dinner with like my mom. He would be like crazy about it. So he started yelling a lot, right? And he started to make like comments like, oh, how come we don't work out all the time and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, I was going to school like 12 hours a day, and then I would drive home, and that was my whole day. Like it's not like I had more day, right? Because I also didn't live near the school either. It was like an hour away. So it was like 14-hour days, right? There's nothing else to do. And I remember he started doing shit like that. Like he'd be like, like, I don't like your body. Like, why don't you just like work out or like blah, 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 blah. So I remember it started with shit like that. So as time goes on, starts yelling, starts throwing things. And I'm starting to be like, okay, I want to break up with him. But I remember I was literally scared that he was going to kill me. Unironically, I was like, man, I'm nervous that if I break up with him, he will literally kill me. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, because he started being really aggressive about shit, right? So one of his friends calls me one day, and he's like, and this is like during the time where I want to break up too, right? He calls me and he's like, I need to tell you something. Like he's been banging my little sister, like blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? So we end up breaking up, right? We end up breaking up. And like this little sister girl, she was like a few years, she was maybe like 18 or something. And I was like 20 or 21. And I remember she messaged me some crazy ass shit too, after they started like banging all the time. It was so I remember it was something like this. It was so graphic. It was like, oh yeah, just so you know, he like me and the, and if you ever give him a, are we picking up what I'm saying? Then you're gonna taste my, on his, and I was like, huh? You're the mistress. Why are you telling me this? Like, this is fucking insane, right? So anyways, somehow we got back together, okay? Somehow we got back together. I don't know how. So we started doing like MDMA and stuff. That's when I started to be like, I cannot, that's a pretty sane thing to say. It was, no, it just gets worse and worse, trust me, okay? So at this point, I was so like emotionally distraught that the only way that I could hang out with him was at parties when we both did MDMA, okay? In a video game, obviously, is what I would say, okay? A video game MDMA. So anyways, then we start partying all the time, and obviously, finally it dawns on me after like 4 more months of dating, being like, wow, I fucking hate this guy. Like, I can't be around him unless I'm super fucked up, right? So I break up with him. Okay. So I break up with him, and it's a few days before our mutual friends, he's my best friend, even still to this day, mutual friend's birthday. So now this is where this story, I just need to give you the pre-context, okay? So we break up a few days prior, and we say, you know, I say to my friend, like, he's buying a booth, and we're like 20 or 21, right? So like, we're quite young. Nobody really has much money. So he's buying a booth for his own birthday, and he's like, nobody has to pay me any money. Everybody can have just free drinks all night from the bottles that I buy. And it ended up being like, you know, $1,000 night or something. It was like super expensive for like being 21, okay? But my best friend, he was like, yeah, like, I just want everybody to have a good time and like whatever, right? So we end up going to a mutual friend. They have like this loft place, okay? They have this loft. So we go there to go to have a pre-drink. And we all get there. My ex-boyfriend is there. And he does not drink ever. He would usually only do other things in a video game, right? Not drinking. So this time he's drinking. And as soon as I get there, he like picks me and he puts me to the corner. He's like, we need to get back together. We need to get back together. Like, please, 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 we need to get fucking back together. No, 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 no. And I'm like, bro, you need to like chill out. We're not here for like each other. We're not here for like any drama or anything. We're just here for our mutual friend's birthday. It is what it is, right? And he's like, yo, but please, 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 like we need to get back to please, 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 please. And I'm like, stop. Just let's chill. Everything's gonna be fine. Like, who cares? We're out together. We're out celebrating somebody else. Like, don't make it about yourself. So he's like, okay, whatever. So we're pre-drinking. He's starting to get like really drunk. So I told you he doesn't drink. I end up going to the club with the birthday guy and two of our other girlfriends, right? As I get into the van, because it's a taxi van, I get a phone call. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's my ex-boyfriend at the house. And I pick him up because I think that they're saying like, oh, like, where are you gonna meet or something? This guy starts yelling on the phone. And he's like, fuck you. Why would you leave me? Blah, 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 blah. What the fuck? And I'm like, we're going to the same place. Like, you're literally coming in another cab. What are you talking about? And he's like, fuck you, fuck you. So he's hammered, obviously, right? So we get there and everybody's drinking, blah, blah, blah. This guy starts going crazy. Like, he's like, fuck you, why don't you love me, blah, 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 screaming, okay? In this club, at the booth, like, he's sitting down now, right? Plastered. So I'm just kind of like, okay, everybody shots, I guess, like, whatever. And eventually, he starts bawling, okay? He starts bawling like this. I'm like, what the fuck? So his friend is also there too. So eventually he comes over and he's like, yo, you need to like talk to him because like this is not like an ignorable situation anymore. And I'm like, fuck. So I go over and I'm not joking. This guy is bawling like Charlie Brown type shit. Like his mouth is like, and he's crying like this. Okay? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So then he stops, okay? And the booth is like this. So it's like one couch like this way and one couch like this way, but there's a little hole in the corner. This guy turns and like exorcist projectile vomits, okay, like this. It's like a hose. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Stops, like it's nothing, and then turns and is like, I love you, please. It starts crying again. And I'm like, dude, you need to go to the bathroom. Like, what the fuck is going on, right? So I go, and he obviously cannot walk at this point now because he's so blasted. So we go to the bathroom, and some bouncer sees me, like, you know, taking him to the bathroom, and he's like stumbling all over the place, goes into the bathroom. And he's like, yo, your friend like needs to leave. And I'm like, thank God. Like, he got kicked out, whatever. So I'm like, okay, well, can you let me back in? He's like, yeah, I can tell, like, you're not drunk or whatever. Like, it's fine, but I'll let you through the back doors. I'll let you through the back door. And I'm like, okay, fine. So take him. And I pay for the cab, okay? So I told you guys we're like 21. We don't really have much money. I pay for all of the rest of the drinks and stuff that night too for myself and like my best friend. So I have no money. So I give all the rest of my money to this cab driver. And I'm like, here's the address. Make sure he gets home okay and that he gets inside. And he's like, okay, fine. So the cab driver goes. So now I'm free, whatever. We're all partying. Everything, you know, is lively and great. So we finish partying. We go back to that loft thing that we were at. All of a sudden, I start getting calls. Now it's been like 3 or 4 hours. So he's been gone for a long time. So I start getting a call. I get a call. It's him. I'm like, oh, I better see like if he's okay or whatever. I just want to make sure because like he was really drunk, obviously. Again, screaming, where the fuck are you? Like screeching like a psychopath. So I'm like, what the fuck? What is going on here? So I hang up, right? And I'm like, man, that's crazy. He starts calling my phone, 30 times in a row. 30 times in a row. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm not answering my phone anymore. I turn my phone off. Starts, next person, birthday guy, calling. He turns off his phone. Starts calling, everybody else turns off their phones because he's going berserk. Like, unironically, 30 times in a row, and he's at home. Like, he's at home. We've made sure he's at home. Just, he's going crazy, right? So then, his other friend that was there gets a call, and it's from his number, but it's his mom. And she's like, oh, hello. She was like, she was not from NA. So she had like a bit of an accent. And she's like, oh, like, is Kat there? Like, I need to talk to Kat. I need to talk to Kat. So I'm like, okay. Like, now it seems like some weird emergency. And she's like, please, 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 you need to come. You need to come. You need to come. He's going crazy. And I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, yeah, he's like flipping tables over. He's flipping tables over and like ripping the pictures off the wall and throwing them on the ground. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this? Like, what? And she's like, please, 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 please. And she was like, you know, I feel bad for her because it's just her and him and he's going fucking insane. So I feel really bad for her, right? So I'm like, fuck, but I don't have any money to like get there because I gave all of the money to make sure this guy like got home, right? And she's like, please, 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 like, I'm scared. So I'm like, fuck, fine, right? I'm like, fine. She's like, I'll pay for the cab. Just please come here. So I'm like, fine. So I leave my best friend on his birthday. I was so upset. But I'm like, fuck. Because she said, oh, this was the thing that got me to go. She said, he's cutting his wrists. That's what she said. And I was like, what the fuck? Is he okay? And she's like, I don't know. He's cutting his wrists. And I was like, fuck. Okay, I better go. So I go. Tell me how I get there. Okay. I get there. She like comes out. I go inside. I'm not joking. It looks like a fucking hurricane went through this place. He unironically took the chairs and like threw chairs in the house, was taking things off of the wall, like throwing pictures, like pictures exploding all over the place. Like everything was everywhere. It looked like a hurricane went through this place or a tornado or something. So I go in and he's like still like bawling. It's been 5 hours. And I'm like, what? Like, what are you doing? Whatever, we start talking, he calms down, okay? Calms down. And he like he's sitting on the bed. I'm sitting in like the computer chair, okay? Because he had like a computer chair like beside his computer desk or whatever, beside his bed. So I'm sitting there. I talk him down and he like falls asleep on the bed again. So I'm like, fuck this shit. I messaged one of my other friends to come pick me up who was like not at the party. Because now it's like 7 a.m., right? So it's like daytime. So she drives to come pick me up and I talked to his mom for a little bit. I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving. Like that was really fucked up, like whatever. He had cut his wrists. Unironically had cut his wrists, right? It was fucking insane. So anyways, I go to sneak out, okay? This guy runs to the stairs as I'm like near the front door. And he's like, where the fuck do you think you're going? And I'm like, huh? This guy gets a giant vase. Unironically, it was like this big of a vase, picks it up and throws it at my head. I'm not joking. I don't know what the hell came over me. It was like the powers of the Matrix came over me and I did like one of these and it exploded behind me, okay? And all this glass went all over the place and I was like, nah, fuck this shit. So I run out and get into my friend's car. She had a Jeep at the time. I get into my friend's car and I'm like, drive. This guy runs outside, okay? Runs outside in his bare feet. It's winter, by the way, because my friend's birthday is in February. It's like next week. This guy runs outside in his bare feet and runs in front of the fucking car. And he's like, slams the hood. He's like, you can't leave me. And my friend's like, what the fuck did I just walk into? And I'm like, go backwards. So she starts driving backwards and I'm not joking. It's like a fucking horror film. He's like running down the street, barefooted, no shirt, like a zombie. And she's like, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, I don't know. We need to leave. So it was so fucking crazy. So whatever, we leave, right? Calls me a million more times, whatever. I'm not picking up this shit. Okay. So at this point, he had gotten kicked out of school too. Okay. Because he just didn't do his work and he would like get high and then not come to school or sleep in class. So obviously he was failing everything. Okay. So we had broken up at this point. And the Monday or Tuesday, maybe he was still around and he wasn't kicked out yet. Maybe he was only there for a little bit. But I remember I had this purse and I remember he took the purse off of me at school and he whipped the purse at the fucking ceiling and people like saw. People were like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, fuck you! Like, how fucking dare you leave me? And I'm like, oh. Like, now you guys see, I literally thought he was gonna kill me. Like, unironically, I thought he was going to kill me. So anyway, this happens. Later on, maybe like 2 months later, finally, like he gets kicked out of his class. We stop seeing each other. I guess he starts seeing somebody else, yada, yada. Randomly, one day, see, I was so fucking stupid. I was so stupid and naive. One day, randomly, he calls me and he's like, hey, my car is like stalled in the parking lot in the city that I used to live in. Can you just lend me your jumper cables? And I was like, no. And he's like, please, like I have no other option. Like, please, I need to get home, whatever. It's like winter still. I'm like, fuck, fine. So I go And he's like, yeah, like there's something else that's like fucked up in the inside of the car. Like, can you come check it? And I was like, how am I supposed to, like, I'm not an engineer, like, or a mechanic. I don't fucking know. And he's like, no, just come look at it. It's like this thing that keeps like, do you know what this light means? So I get in the car and he literally is in the driver's seat and he locks the doors. And he's like, you're not allowed to leave until you get back together with me. And I'm like, huh? He's like, you're not allowed to leave me. I'm like, and then we get into another thing where he starts like screaming and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like trying to open the door. Eventually I unlock it and I get into my car and I leave. And then that was it. But yeah, that's the crazy ex story. Premonition, it was fucking horrible. Yeah, hostage situation. It was so, okay, again, I told you. My other exes, fine. This guy was absolutely clinical, like clinically insane. And then, okay, so after, it gets even crazier. So after, obviously we break up, whatever, I start dating someone new, he starts dating someone new. This is months later. We go to similar clubs, but now because he's on somebody else, he like doesn't care about me anymore, right? So randomly I get a call and I've heard that he's dating some other girl. So he's like, he's acting normal again to like everybody else. He's like not going super crazy. So I'm like, all right, maybe it's fine. So I get a call. Oh, it was from a private number. And I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey, it's me. And I'm like, what? He's like, please, let's get back together, blah, 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 blah. Like, I really want to get back with you. All this stupid shit. Months later, after I heard he was dating this new girl. And I'm like, what the fuck? Tell me how that same day he had gone to meet her parents because things were getting more serious. And then he called me and said that to me. What are you talking about? What are you fucking talking about? Anyways, him and this girl end up dating for 6 years after that, right? So I thought maybe it was me and him. Maybe it was me and him. We just weren't compatible. And maybe it was like my behavior that made him crazy and vice versa, right? Maybe he's the reason that I was too like scared to say anything or like too passive. I find out later that him and this girl have been dating for 6 years. He proposed to her. That's great. Then she finds out for the entirety of the relationship, all 6 years, he was cheating on her with her best friend. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. He must be tall. He was actually very short. He was 5'7". 5'7". So here's the kicker. That girlfriend that he was with for 6 years, she was one of those girls that literally like was a threesome girl. So she was like, yeah, if we can fuck girls together, that would be cool. I'm super down. How do you fuck that situation up? As a guy, how do you literally be so stupid, low IQ, that you have free pass as long as your girlfriend is there, and you still fuck up that situation? That's insane to me. That's insane to me. It's insane. We pranked one ex, and he said, what the fuck? That I would never call this one. That is insane. Yeah, so that's the crazy ex story. Naughty list? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Why no police? At the vase thing, I don't know why his mom didn't call the police. And I was just like too idiot. Like I was an idiot. That guy needs help. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like definitely he's gone to jail probably more than once since that time, right? Because it was years ago, but go out to bars and pick up girls together. Like maybe the best friend would be off limits. Yeah, I don't understand how. I don't understand how if you're in a straight relationship, guy and girl, right? And your girlfriend is like, yeah, I also want to fuck girls, but like, let's keep it together and let's have threesomes, but I want to fuck girls in threesomes. 99% of guys is like, oh, that's my dream. I love that. How do you still fuck that up? How do you still fuck that up? That is wild to me. Go to bars and pick up girls together. It's just so crazy. It's so fucking insane to me. What a wild time. But now, obviously, looking back, I'm like, holy shit, you know? Half of it my fault because I was too lenient, right? And I was too, like, dumb and naive. And I was like, oh, like, wow, you're blocking this other person's car and then go to jail? Wow, what a victim. Idiot. Yeah, if he wanted to sleep around, he had permission. She just had to be there. That's what I'm saying. Like, I unironically think that, like, that is the majority of guys' like fantasy. Oh, have two hot girls to like bang at the same time, and then one of them still likes me after. Like, I feel like that is the guy's dream. I guess you said he got jealous, so maybe her having sex with a girl would be too much. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, right? I wasn't there, but all I know is like that's what happened in that situation, and I was just like, that's fucking crazy. I don't like I don't understand that situation though. Like, how are you such a jealous person and then you want to have like this semi-open relationship? But I guess it's the mentality of like somebody who's like, oh, I'm allowed to do anything, but you have to sit at home and like stare at the wall. You know what I mean? I guess you said he got jealous, so maybe her having sex with the girl would be too much. But yeah, if you had 100 guys and they were told that like 90 plus are taking her up on that offer. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's just like a very obvious route that a lot of guys want to take, especially in like fantasy realm, right? But I don't know, like personally, I don't like that. I could not be into that kind of situation. I just couldn't. I think that me being with another person, it would fuck up how I see my partner too. It's too much work, honestly. Maybe he's just an ultra repressed gay. Maybe. I don't know. I have no idea about that, but he was just like really crazy. It's too much work. Okay, you know what's really weird? So I was talking about this with my uncle, actually, because I went to a memorial this weekend, so I saw my uncle there. So we were talking about this because he also has a daughter. And she was saying that like Canadian guys, it was so hard for her to meet somebody here because Canadian guys have like a really different mentality about dating. Like you can meet people who are quite literally 34, have never been in a relationship, don't have kids, and they're like, I'm not ready to settle down. I'm not ready to settle down. When are you ready then? When you're 80? Like, what are you like, I understand if you're like 19 years old and you're like, I don't want to settle down. Like, I'm a teenager. Like, I get it, right? I understand that, but like, you're 45. And like, that is a lot of the mentality of like Canadian guys. It's like, oh, I don't want to date anybody. I don't want to date anybody. It's really weird. So like, a lot of people that I know, everybody dates American guys. They still want to sleep around. Yes, but they're like 45. Especially people that live downtown. Downtown Toronto people, crazy work. I hope to lose my virginity this year. Gotta sneak it right in before 40. Nice. Yeah, it's weird. And then pretty much all of the American guys that I meet are like, I want to get married. I want to like have a family. I want to blah, blah, blah. And a lot of Americans, I feel like, get married a lot earlier too. It's an interesting dynamic. I've said this multiple times that like Canadian girls are very attractive, but the Canadian guys are not that attractive. But American guys are usually attractive. They have really attractive girls too, so GG. I wouldn't think that would be a country. Wouldn't think that would be a country thing. I don't know. It's like literally everybody that I know. It's really weird. I don't know if it's just like Ontario, maybe? I don't know. But like, yeah, it's very, very strange. Unless I guess you're like a church person. I feel like the church people all get married really early. We're more religious as a whole than Canadians, so I can see marriage stats being higher and younger. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Because the people who are like into church here get married pretty young too. But I feel like the people who are just not, they never do. But the atheists should trend the same. Wait, really? You think so? Why? Why do you think that? Our cultures seem so similar. No, like I also think that like, okay, so I see people in, you know, podcasts and stuff, whatever, I see a lot of people being like, oh, kill count this, kill count that, like talking about like how many bodies do you have, right? How many people have you banged? I feel like here, everybody sleeps with everybody. Like, it was actually crazy. I remember in high school, like everybody would sleep with everybody. It was actually insane. Most Americans have more family values ingrained in the US. Is that true? I feel like, yeah. Yes. I feel like that's 100% true. I wouldn't know about that life. I just feel like everybody that I knew growing up, even in my 20s, like people would sleep around so easily. But then also a lot of the people who I knew that were Americans, because you guys have that shit ass healthcare, nobody ever gets checked. So I would know a lot of people who would like go to the bars and like bang no dome, and they would just never get checked after. And they'd be like, oh, well, you know, my dick didn't fall off, so like, it's fine. I'm like, that's a little bit scary, no? Like, it's college party days and then get married as a plan for a lot of people. Yeah, see, that was another thing that I feel like I wish that we had. And, you know, you watch it in movies and stuff. I never had any cool frat days. Like, I went to one frat party my entire life. And it was pretty fun. And it was like, you know, how it is in movies. But I do feel like we had lots and lots and lots of, like, crazy house parties that were pretty much exactly the same as a frat party. It just wasn't, like, a designated frat. My 2 years of single was fun. Was the frat party where the girl was eating dirt or grass? No, that was just a random house party. And that was like 4 years ago. Like, that wasn't even a long time ago. The party where the girl was eating the grass, that was the same guy that I asked about the howling. That girl was fucking insane. That girl was so crazy. But she was also like on drugs too. Yeah, the frat party, I remember, it was like a 3 or 4 story house, and it was downtown Toronto. I don't remember like what frat this was. But I remember they just put cardboard boxes, and they cut up all these cardboard boxes and they like duct taped them to the ground so the ground wouldn't get super dirty, which I thought was really smart. But I remember I went upstairs and there was no toilet paper, or the toilet paper was going really low, and I was looking for more toilet paper. So I remember I just like yoinked some of a roll and put it in my purse, and I was like, if I have to pee, like, we're good. Alpha, Gamma, A? Ada, Beta? Wasn't she like, do you want some? Yes. Yes, she was. And she was like, also like, I want to bang you. And I was like, you're literally on drugs. Get away from me, man. Man, it's actually crazy the things that people do on drugs. Like, it's actually crazy. I've been getting like, on my For You page or whatever. You guys already know my For You page on Instagram is freaking diabolical, okay? I get the craziest content. I get the biggest range of content. And it's always like really cringe stuff, very shocking stuff, or like I never get anything normal. I never just get like a cat or like, you know, a small bunny. I never get anything normal like that. It's always something like diabolically insane. So anyways, I keep getting this one girl who talks about like, she used to be maybe heroin. Yeah, heroin addict. She used to be a heroin addict, and she's telling all these like heroin stories. Oh my God. The shit that was coming out of this girl's mouth, fucking insane. Insane. I don't know how people are not like dying doing this stuff. Like, when I used to drink, I'd be like hungover for a day and I can't do anything. I don't know how these people like survive, but she was talking about, she was like really huge heroin addict, right? And she has some boyfriend who's also a heroin addict. And she's like, yeah, we would go through 800 needles a week. And she's like, yeah, in the house that they were living in, there was no place to step because they would just do a needle and throw it on the ground, okay? So they had to wear boots inside of the house, and everywhere in her car, there was just needles everywhere, okay? And she's like, also in the house, because whatever, when you like, I guess when you do the heroin, it gets like fucked up in the needle sometimes, and then it coagulates inside, and then you have to like press it out, I guess. She's like, yeah, there was blood stains all over the walls. And she's like, and we just didn't care. I'm like, what? That is so fucked. 800? How are they not dead? Do I have a heart? Unfortunately. I think. Is that not fucking crazy? 800? How are they not dead? Yeah, and they had like some exchange program or something where you can like get clean needles, I guess. I don't know. It's like some drug person thing. But she was explaining all this to me and she's like, yeah, these are things that I didn't care about when I was a drug addict. Because like, whatever, she's been sober now for 10 years. And she's just talking about her experiences. And I'm like, oh my God, that is so crazy. Hi, Beans. Oh, what a sweet girl she is. Why are you taking mine? So that I can sell it on the illegal, the illegal market, black market. So I can give it away to a different person who needs it. Heart is worth a few hundred K easily. See? Thinking ahead. Hi, Beans. Oh my. Oh, thank you. Hello, cutie pie. Mrs. Cute Girl. Oh, look at her. Hey. Oh, hello. She's so nice. Look how nice of a girl she is. Look at her little smile. Oh. Yeah. So anyways, that's my, cat is actually a relative of the Tin Man, so no heart. Yes, I'm actually looking for one in the current day. Tough market, to be honest with you. Anyways, that's my yapping. That's my yapping for today. Whew, glad I got all that out of my system. Every time we talk about heroin, I just think of that post that you said. Oh, about that guy that was on Reddit that was like, yeah, addiction is dumb. I would never get addicted. That was the craziest Reddit story I've ever seen. And then he made like updates as he was getting deeper into the addiction. That was so wild to see. And then like 7 years later, he was like, yeah, guys, sorry. Like, I got addicted to heroin and it was the worst years of my life. And you know, you guys were all right. Cause everyone in the comments was like, do not do this. Dude, you're not stronger than this. Like it is literally a chemical reaction. It is not like a choice thing. You can't just not get addicted. And he's like, idiots, you guys are fucking dumb. And then he got super, super horribly addicted and then talked about it after. What was it called? He was called like Overcoming H or something, or like, I forgot what his name is. So it was like something H. Is it a meme? No, I don't remember what it was called. Oh. Spontaneous H. This is what it is. You guys have to go to the bottom and read the original and go from there. Yeah. I'm not a heroin user and I decided to do heroin today. Fucking insane. Insane. What a crazy, crazy story that was. See, okay, remember how I told you guys, like, the reason that I have never played WoW is because, like, who wakes up in the day and just randomly decides, like, oh, today's the day I pick up heroin, LOL. This guy 100% did that. He just was, like, a normal guy before that, like, maybe drank or something, and he was like, yeah, just went and did it. Berserk decision. Absolutely berserk. But his was, like, also some weird, like, ego thing, too. You know what I mean? Like, it was a weird ego thing where he was saying, yeah, you guys are losers and this would never happen to me, even though obviously, like, it's quite literally not some choice, is it? Quite literally not some choice. All right, chat. I think that's all my yapping that I got for today. That was very fun. I had a very fun time with you guys. I can't believe I yapped so much. I feel like I was really, I was really passionate about today. What do you guys think? I feel like I was a really passionate lady today. All right, let's see. I would like to host my friend. I'm really hungry too, so I should probably eat. She is, I think, new to streaming, kind of, maybe, I don't know. I think she's kind of new to streaming, but she's playing, I love a chatting stream. It takes me back to my roots. Yeah, I remember when we said we were gonna do, like, other, like, game style streams? Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember. I feel like I'm not good at like bringing up topics. Like, you know all the other hosts that, like, remember Doc, right? I feel like Doc like didn't really talk that much, you know? Like most of the other people would do the talking for him. I guess that's why it was always better to have like a rotating cast, but yeah, I don't know. I feel kind of awkward sometimes too. In like a group thing where like other people just come and just like don't say anything. That's why I feel like I'm better at one-on-one. I don't know. I think it's a good idea, but still it's a lot of upfront work. What do you mean upfront work? What does that mean? Like, oh, like planning and stuff. Ah, yes. Like, are you talking about like Nanner? Like what Nanner used to do? Saying like game show kind of stuff or just like living? Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I remember like you guys had to do so much work on those things, right? Yeah, the game show stuff. Yeah, that's tough. You know what's it's interesting that like is there any people who still do like a podcast meta style show or no? It's weird because I feel like the times have changed now so much that obviously podcast meta was a meta at some point, right? But like then it kind of fell off, right? And people stopped going on game shows because there was no real point. And I don't think anybody else really does a lot of like podcasty stuff anymore, do they? Do you guys know any other streamer? Is Cupid still even on Twitch? Or does she only stream on Kick now? Twitch.tv. Cutebot, is she all one word? Oh, she does still stream on Twitch. I thought she only streamed on Kick now for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Or, wait, videos?
Hello, hello.
Oh, 7 days ago. Yeah, okay, so she definitely does still stream. Oh, wait, does she? I don't know. 7 days ago and then last month. 2 months ago. Maybe she only, like, streams on... It says she streams... It's, like, rarely. Yeah. She, like, doesn't really stream on here anymore. I don't know why. Why did she change? Because she had to, like, tone it down or something? Or... Does she still do the speed dating streams? I don't know. You guys tell me. I feel like, for me, she always streamed really, really late. Like, I remember one time I was supposed to go on one of her shows, but I was literally waiting until, like, 3 a.m. and I'm like, dude, I can't wait anymore. I thought the same about Raj. Wait, does Raj still stream? I thought Raj only streams, like, once every 6 months, and it's, like, a weird, like, gaming stream or, like, a sponsored stream or something like that. No? I thought they all kind of... No, I don't think Saga streams anymore either. He streams like maybe once a month. I thought all of those big streamers just kind of got together and like did other like IRL big stuff now. Like group volleyball or charades or something. I don't know. I don't know what they do. I don't know what they do because I don't travel, right? I won one of his shows. Yeah, the Saga show. Yeah, I remember that. But he definitely hasn't done shows for like a really, really, really long time. I feel like nobody really does that kind of show anymore. Is there a thing on Twitch like podcasts? Podcasts. Let's see.
Hello, hello.
Oh,
Hello?
talk shows and podcasts. Let's see. Oh, there is kind of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Is this a podcast?
You just take your time. You can get up there.
Mario 93. This isn't even Ocarina. This is Majora's Mask. No? Also, what is going on with this like view?
Just get...
Am I having a seizure? What is that? This is literally Majora's Mask. Am I... Is this a weird... Raj quit like right when COVID started. Yeah, I remember that too. I don't know why. Do you guys know why? Are they speed glitching? Oh, maybe.
Oh, the mask salesman gives you the creep, sure.
Maybe he's doing a, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Maybe they're doing like a mod? What is happening here? What is going on? 11,000 people watching it. Yeah, I guess, well, this guy I think is a really popular guy, but let's see some of the other podcast stuff that's going on, because I would love to know, what do people talk about anymore? Miami Heat versus Phoenix Suns. Nope, don't care. Don't care. OG Murda exposes da truth. But what? About upcoming boxing event. Okay.
We looking at a stupid ass motherfucking white boy who really in his own head. Like, you look stupid, bro.
I don't think that's
Sitting on here calling out black people.
I don't think that's a podcast. I think that's just one guy talking. See, I feel like nobody really does podcasts anymore. Like, these guys are just talking about, like, what, basketball?
That does kind of look like AI.
Right? Like, people just don't sit and, like, yammer anymore. You know what I mean? Unless they do it on Just Chatting channel. But I feel like, okay, let's look. Can you see? Just Chatting is the only channel that you can't do, Just Chatting. You can't do it the opposite. Low to high. You cannot do that anymore. You can only do it. What the hell? This guy's still on Twitch? I thought this guy only streamed on Kick. You can't go to the bottom anymore. So was that one podcast with the guy always has the e-girls on and he debates them? Who the hell is that? Who are you talking about? I literally have no idea who that is. Oh, okay, yeah, ASMR people, all right. Just dance people, okay. Yeah, nobody really like. Nobody does any podcast stuff anymore. See what I mean? The podcast meta is gone. She's dead. She's gone. So okay, guys. I'm done yapping. I'm done yapping. I swear. I swear. I swear. I'm done yapping. I'm done yapping. I'm done yapping. I can't stop myself today. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. I just love yapping. Blah, 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 blah. I love talking. Okay, I'm gonna host this girl. Him? Who the hell is whatever?
He lives here.
He dropped us off.
Oh, this. Oh, this. Yeah, that's not my sphere of that's not my he gives me the creeps. He's just, that's not my sphere of anything that I want to. That's like I just see the stupid clips. I swear he's like that, what, Fresh and Fit type shit. It's not my jam. That is definitely not my jam. Okay, we're gonna read her. She's my buddy. She's playing Marvel Rivals. She's quite cool and fun, and she has cool anime proportions as well. I will see you guys next time. Next time we'll play Final Fantasy. I could not stop myself. I just wanted to yap. I just wanted to yap today. I just wanted to be like, blah, 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 blah. All right. Hope you guys had fun. I had fun, right? I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you guys check out the food video. I did another food video yesterday. So go check it out. 5 courses. Enjoy. Okay. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.